Are we live? What? You did.
But I didn't do any of the do not disturb.
You did it again. Oh my gosh.
I didn't do any do not disturb.
Hilarious. Oh my
Hello,
gosh.
guys.
See, it goes away on its own.
Should I do not disturb it or just leave it alone?
Can you without it? Okay.
I mean, it's going to go away for a second.
Hey, y'all, we're going to do not disturb for just a sec. Hold on.
Hang with us, Millie. There we are.
My fam tends to just randomly text me in the middle of these live videos.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing I've been doing.
And I get notifications from the restaurant and from Sherman that people are clocking out. It's 5:30 and
Oh, yes.
yeah. So
I got to get our song on.
Oh, we got to get our song on. Yes. Y'all, we're going to make some yummy, yummy, yummy bites tonight. Appetizers. Well, there goes Amanda Bova. She just clocked out.
Well, heck yeah.
Y'all, we're so excited. Listen to me. We, as of this week, I'm going to let y'all in a little. I'm super excited. So, we have really.
Hey, Mimi.
We have really been working on staffing up, and especially support staff in the background to help me, and which I'm super thankful for. And Monday we have a new pastry chef that has started in Sherman. We're super excited about Amanda.
It is not me.
We're super excited about Amanda Bova. She is now at Sherman, and she is going to be bringing new and exciting, wonderful options to both locations, and helping Kara Christensen, our other amazing pastry chef that does all of our wedding cakes and specialty cakes. But you know, Kara is a mama and full-time mama and wife, and helps her husband run her business, so she can only work a couple days a week. So we now have Amanda Bova. So we're going to have two Amandas on staff now, which we're kind of like, okay, what do we call you?
Yeah, I know. It's going to have to be Amanda.
Amanda 1 and Amanda 2.
Yes.
And so anyway, so now if there is a cake that's ordered Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, I don't have to worry about it, because Amanda is now going to take care of it, and it won't be me.
Such a blessing,
touching your
guys.
cake. It's a huge blessing off of me. And then we also have a new head team member we're so excited about in the kitchen at Bay. His name is Garrett.
It's great.
And he's our full-time kitchen manager and chef. We're so excited about him helping take the pressure off of me being in the kitchen all the time. So I'm still in the kitchen all the time, don't get me wrong, but
She's still it's all her brainchild, the creative, the recipes, all of that. It's just sometimes we need to get her out of the kitchen so that
so I can deal with weddings and brides and live on Facebook and cook appetizers with you guys. So we're so excited. Okay, I went ahead. Y'all see my caramelized onions? Okay. So tonight we're gonna make two appetizers, kind of with the same ingredients, just because I want to give you two options. Who's with us? Hey, Joy. Thanks for joining us.
Mimi's on there. We've got
Millie, and I thought I saw Lita earlier. I can't see very well from here. But anyway,
and Miss Joy.
So I did this last wine club that we had. We do wine club once a month at Pottsboro. We have like 35 members now. And so we do wine from all over the world. And at Wine Club, I specifically create a bite that pairs, that specifically pairs with each one of the wines that we're tasting that night, okay? So one of these bites I made 2 weeks ago for Wine Club, and every single person in the room was like, give me the recipe to that. I want the recipe to that. So super simple. And so I wanted to share this with y'all tonight, along with another Tart long flatbread that I do. And they kind of use similar ingredients, but they're a little bit different. So I wanted to do both to show you how you could present the same kind of taste, but in two different ways, okay? So we're gonna do a French onion tart in one of these. Thank you so much, Wendy. Thank you. It is our anniversary today at Bay at the Lake.
Shut up, nuh-uh.
1 year.
Happy anniversary to us. I don't even know.
Yeah, 1 year.
Look
I'm
at.
so excited. And how crazy is it that it's our 1 year anniversary? We opened
Which that makes sense.
right after 2 weeks after, 2 weeks before COVID hit and the shutdown. We went through 3 shutdowns and new rules and 50%, 75%, back to 50%.
No percent.
All of it, then closed for Snowmageddon. It's, y'all.
It has been a ride.
Man.
But the Lord is faithful.
No, seriously, it's only. I told my mama yesterday, she came in and ate lunch with me, and I said, if you look at it on paper and you think about it, there's no reason why we should be still standing.
There really
There's
isn't.
not. Like, I don't know how we paid our bills and made payroll. I really don't. But God provided, and it has been, we're still here.
Praise
we're still
God.
standing.
And
I'm not saying it's great, but we're still standing.
But we're making it, and we're going to keep going.
Yeah.
And it's
Every
a
day.
big thank you to y'all for supporting small business.
Yeah, thank
and keeping
you.
it local, because
Absolutely.
you're actually feeding us.
Yes.
When you do that,
you're
for real.
feeding 30 people on payroll right now. You're providing for 30 people on payroll. Hey, Tammy Brzezinski, thanks for joining us.
Hey
so,
there.
I'm going to make 2 different onion tarts, okay? Now, you may scrunch your nose at onion tarts, but I promise you, you are going to want to eat this, even if you think you don't like onions. It's so good. So,
I don't like onions. I eat this.
So here's the deal. I have already sauteed and caramelized down my onion for one of these tarts. Whoops. Okay? Because you want to, when you're caramelizing and sauteing your onions, you want them to cook down for about 25 minutes. Okay?
Okay.
For them to get really, golden caramely brown.
And you want them on what kind of temperature? A medium heat?
Well, so I had them, so what I did, y'all, I took half of a red onion and half of a white onion. And I chopped it down and I put it in here with 6 pats of butter. Okay? 6 pats of butter in my onion. And I've let that cook. I put it on medium high for about 5 minutes. And then I turned it down to low. And
Okay.
I've let it cook and caramelize for the last 20 minutes. So I'm literally,
I've never done mine near long enough for you to say
Yeah.
25 minutes. So thank you for that. Never have I.
if you're caramelizing them. If you're just sauteing them, it only takes like
Okay, there's a difference.
7 to 10 minutes. But if you're going to caramelize
Truly
them,
caramelize,
yeah,
it's
you want
25.
this brown, this beautiful
Caramely
brown color. Okay? So, with this much, with a half a white onion and a half a red onion, I gave it literally like a 1/4 cup of white wine. Okay? 1/4 cup of white wine. Tonight, the wine we are enjoying, that I'm enjoying, Lisa's enjoying her wine, her water, is a Chardonnay for the night. And this was our wine club Chardonnay a couple of months ago. And it's Le Cole, and it is a Chardonnay from Washington. All right? It is really, really nice. It's not a heavy, buttery, oaky Chardonnay. It's a lot more light and crisp. They barrel it in stainless steel.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you don't have the wood taste add.
You don't have that that oak finish, and so that way it doesn't make it as heavy.
That's
It's a
good.
lot lighter. So, okay. So I put in there a 1/4 cup of white wine on top of my caramelized onions, and the only other thing that's in there besides that butter is I took fresh thyme and separated it, and I put in probably a good 2 tablespoons of fresh thyme. It smells amazing. I wish so bad we had smell-o-vision and y'all could smell this. So I did fresh thyme, and I want to really quickly show y'all when you're using fresh herbs and like with thyme, and this is true with rosemary or whatever, okay? You can clip off the top of it. And then if you will, take it from the top
And strip the...
and pull down. Look how I stripped the line. And
That's
it's going to
really good.
It's so simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, people get intimidated by fresh herbs, and it literally, the top of each line, pop the top off and then just pull it down on all the lines, and it'll take all that green off of those. And then if you've got, you're going to have a few little green, stemmy pieces.
Oh, yeah.
Then you just take your knife and chop that down.
Into a fine...
Yeah, and then just throw it in there, okay? But the smell from that fresh thyme is unbelievable, all right? So now, this is getting bubbly with our white wine, our butter, red onion, white onion, a half of each, and then our fresh thyme, okay? So at this point now, I'm gonna add Parmesan in.
Yum.
I know. So I've got some finely grated Parmesan, okay? And so I'm literally putting in 3 tablespoons, okay? 3 tablespoons
This is
of
a tablespoon.
finely grated, and then I'm gonna do a good heaping tablespoon of chopped Parmesan, okay? Does that make sense?
It does.
This is our beautiful Grueyere cheese for the other tart, okay? So, y'all, literally, this is it. That is all that goes in there. So that's going to thicken up a little bit. Here's the other beautiful thing about this. So when we're making appetizers, so this is going to go in these little phyllo dough cups.
Yes.
You can buy it at the grocery store, okay? In the freezer section, these little phyllo cups, all right?
Little pastry
So,
cups.
the beautiful thing about this is you literally can make this mix days before. When we're catering, we'll make the filling days before, put it in a container and put it in the fridge, pull it out, let it come to room temperature, and then just spoon it into all the phyllo cups, which takes like 5 minutes, and then you're going to top it with some fresh parm and rosemary, and you're done, okay? So you could have the appetizer ready if you have people coming over in minutes.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
And plus it sits and marinates together.
It marinates.
Marinates together on April 40th.
Oh, y'all, one day we were together, and sometimes my brain works faster than my
We're
mouth.
mothers.
Something. Or is it the opposite? My mouth works faster than my brain. I don't know.
Both.
Yeah. So, we were talking about dates because we were talking about brides, and I literally was like, you know that bride, she's on April 40th.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. New date. And then she proceeded to call me, I think, by all of her children's names.
Yeah.
But
Great
Lou, hey, it was one of those. And
Yeah.
she was just trying to get any name out. So basically it's just our mom brains. We just kind of fumble. So
Yeah.
April 40th is
So she kids me all the time and talks out loud about my April 40th
it's going to
date.
be April 40th.
So
before that happens.
if I mess up on anything,
It's
she
April
talks
40th.
about April 40th. So Gracie just walked in the door. So
Hi,
Gracie, you
Gracie.
want to say hi to everybody?
I'm a little wind blown right now.
Everyone's windblown.
You mean
Come
it's
here.
windy outside?
Say hi.
Look at gorgeous.
Look
Gorgeous
at
Gracie.
the student bride to be. She's here hanging out. She just got here from work. How'd it go today?
It's good.
Good.
You getting excited? Such a big day.
Yeah, I gotta go do thank yous now.
Good.
Yay. We'll
hey,
make you some tarts.
Super important. Y'all, make
Onion
your kids
tarts.
write thank yous. It's super important. Teach them how to write thank yous. And you know what I've learned with her addressing wedding invitations? They don't know how to address envelopes properly.
So, what's funny and not funny, is that I had to.
Oh, she's come back
I
because she
did-
knew we were talking about her.
It's not that we don't know how to address
What?
it. It's just that times now are a bit more lax.
No, here's the thing. That's so not true. You still have to address an envelope correctly. Can I get an amen, please?
You do have to address an
Can I
envelope
get an
correctly.
amen? We have to address envelopes correctly.
I will say this.
Mr. and Mrs. or Rick Taylor. Dr. and Mrs. Doug Myers.
That's how we do it. Yeah.
She wanted to just put...
Okay, let's not blast me out.
No, I'm not doing
So-
that. I just want y'all to know you need to tell your kids
Yeah.
specifically. I just had to go through her list with her and tell her specifically how to word the envelope. So make
Well-
sure that your kids know how to address an envelope.
My
'Cause
kids
they don't
can't
have
write
to
in
anymore.
cursive. They don't teach cursive in school anymore.
No,
At Pottsboro,
they don't.
at least they don't.
They
So my
don't.
kids don't write in cursive. So when my youngest saw me writing envelopes for Leanne, shout out for her
Hey, she just
little
went
shower,
Yeah.
for her couples shower, my 5-year-old or 6-year-old Jackson was like, "What is that? What kind of letter is that?" And I'm like, "That's cursive. That's how we write. That's how you sign your name."
yeah.
So like my oldest son is a freshman, Riley. He doesn't have a signature because they never taught them how to write in cursive in school, and I didn't.
Okay, so moving on to we're talking about addressing envelopes. Y'all do it right.
Yes.
Teach kids.
Teach kids, and we learned how to do it in 4th
What's
grade.
that video? Tell your mama. Tell your dad.
Tell everybody. Tell
Tell
them.
everybody
Tell
how
everybody
to address an
how to address-
envelope.
and how to write in
please.
cursive. Give somebody a signature.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a signature.
All right, so Lisa's going to spoon this into the little tarts, and I'm going to show you how to make a large, long tart, onion tart that is fantastic with Gruyere cheese, okay?
Yum.
So,
I take it off the heat,
Yes, so take this off the heat, and you're going to get a spoon.
and I'm gonna do it neatly into the cups with my spoon.
That'd be so nice. That'd be nice
I'm
if she
learning,
did it
guys.
neatly. Yes. All right. So, next, I'm going to show y'all. Okay, here's another hack. You know, we talked about the pizza dough from Napoli's that we used a couple weeks ago in our skillet pizza, right? So, another hack is we use the little phyllo cups, and this awesomeness right here is from Trader Joe's. Okay?
That's awesome. Is it just a flatbread?
Yeah, it's just a flatbread. It's from Trader Joe's. Okay? And we're going to juice it and put it in the oven, and you're going to look amazing, okay? So, this is it. And try to just kind of drain any butter. You know what
Like
I'm saying?
off, so
Yeah.
it's not runny.
Yes.
You don't want it to be
So
greasy.
if you've got any butter left in the bottom of your pan, kind of take your spoon to the side, kind of drain any butter that might be there, just so you don't, because you don't want the butter to settle to the bottom of your phyllo cup. Okay? And that's why I say you can make your filling days before, put it in the fridge, and then pop them into the phyllo cups and then bake. We're going to bake them in a minute. And so, which is totally fine, but if you're doing it hot, kind of get off any butter that might be sitting in the bottom of that, because that butter is going to go to the very bottom of that phyllo dough, and it's going to make it not as crispy. Okay?
Yes, and nobody wants the
A
wet.
soggy. Nobody
soggy
wants
bottom.
a soggy bottom. Soggy bottom.
Soggy
Okay.
bottom, boys.
So,
That's for you, Paul, if you're watching with Mimi.
we are going to start with mayo. And we've talked about this before.
Is it real
We
mayo,
yes.
or is it-
So
okay.
this is Blue Plate, which I love.
That's real mayo.
The Blue Plate is one of my favorites, okay? So, we're going to, I'm going to give us some Blue Plate mayo on here because here's the deal. Mayo is going to be a fat just like, sorry, somebody was texting me and I was reading it and I just zoned out.
Mayo is a fat, like cheese.
Mayo is a fat, just
Oh.
like you would put olive oil on here or.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But we're using
Like
mayo.
I like that.
It's a fat. So I squirted that on there, but I'm going to spread it out some, okay? When this bakes, you may be going, seriously, mayo, gross, but I promise. So when it bakes off with all this stuff on here, the mayo like legitimately disappears and becomes translucent.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And so you just
you
get a
don't
little
see,
bit of the flavor.
You don't see mayo on there, okay? But it gives you the fat content that you need, which is fabulous, okay? So, mayo is down, okay? I got it this covered. You see it? Next, before we came on, I sat here and hand grated Gruyere cheese.
She did.
Gruyere, okay? Do not use bagged. Please don't switch out this Gruyere with
Cheddar. American.
or mozzarella.
Velveeta.
Or, no.
Don't be doing it.
Please use Gruyere. The Gruyere cheese makes this dish. Promise, okay? And look how much I got literally out of, I bought a block that was this big. Gruyere's not cheap, but it was like this big. Okay, a square that was like that thick. So I got a whole plate full of cheese, and it's enough for me to do a minimum of 2 of these tarts, okay? So you're gonna put your cheese on first, and you're gonna give it a pretty good cover, okay? And then your beautiful, beautiful, thin sliced onions are gonna go on, okay? Now, I don't care if you're an onion fan or not. I have literally made this for people who told me they didn't like onions. And then when they had this, they told me they loved onions.
It is, she works magic with stuff, guys.
Okay, what I did was I made these half moon rainbow thin slices, okay? Thin slices of onion. And it makes such a beautiful presentation, okay? What are they saying? The onion flatbread was my favorite bite at our last wine club. Yeah!
Yay!
See, honey? That's why I'm doing this, because everyone at wine club asked me for the recipe for this bite over here that we did first, okay? So I'm laying these. I literally cut them super thin. And I'm putting these beautiful rainbows of onion next to one another, okay, on this flatbread. Okay? Can you see how I lined up those onions next to each other? Okay?
Beautiful.
Isn't that neat?
Oh, it is
Okay.
pretty.
Any onion. No, white onion. Okay? Now, so you weren't with us before. The tarts that we did are red and white, half and half. This one, only white onion. With the Gruyere cheese and the mayo and the green onion that we're going to do, red onion would not work with this, okay? So only do white, really thin white onion on this tart, okay? So, next, I'm going to, one thing. So these are little green onions from the grocery. And let me show you a little trick. So I get my little herb scissors, okay? And we do this when we make our turkey salad and our ham salad and different things at Bay. We literally use scissors, okay?
Just cut it right on
and
up.
we literally just cut with our herb scissors straight onto the tart, okay?
I don't know if anybody can see that I've come up with a little.
Oh, she's got a method. It's awesome.
I'm draining some of the butter off with in between 2 spoons.
Okay, so I've got my green onion on there. Then, so it's mayo, Gruyere, onion, green onion, and then I'm taking a little bit more of this shaved Parmesan, fresh Parmesan. I'm going on top of the onion, just a little bit.
Yum.
Oh, will you get me whipping cream out? I totally forgot about the whipping cream.
Yes.
Okay. Just a little bit. You're not covering that onion. You just want a little sprinkle on the top, okay? And then, so what I'm going to do, I totally forgot about the whipping cream because this part matters, okay? So, can you grab me a little bowl?
Yes.
And I'm gonna find a tidbit bowl. Look at you knowing stuff.
I know. I'm learning all the time, y'all.
I gotta find my where's my brush? trouble.
Uh-oh.
Mom.
Ma, where's brush? We're looking for a brush of some kind.
A pastry brush.
Oh, a pastry brush.
Pastry brush. Oh, heckola. Heckola. Okay. Well, I don't know. So this is what we're going to do, okay? I'm improvising, okay?
I'm ready.
So because I don't have a pastry brush, I'm going to use a fork and this whipping cream. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to beat it for just a second.
Beat it.
Beat it, beat it. And I'm going to sprinkle it. Okay? You're not covering, you're sprinkling on top of those onions, this whipping cream. It's just another fat. And I promise you, this makes a beautiful difference, okay? Give just a hint of that whipping cream on top of those onions, okay? I've got my oven at 350, and I'm gonna pop this in, okay? As soon as I give it just a little bit of salt and seasoning. This is an Italian seasoning.
That
You could
smells
use
good.
I know. You can use a garlic pepper. You can use a fresh herb, whatever. All right. So I'm just giving it a little bit of salt on top of those onions and whipping cream. That whipping cream will pull that salt down into those onions. Okay. So all right, you're gonna top those
Yes.
with a little bit of this fresh parm and these beautiful herbs. Okay, so this is fresh thyme. And when she gets so when she gets the fresh parm on there, I'm gonna put a little sprig of thyme on top of it.
Sprig of thyme. Sounds like a song.
It is. What's the isn't there a Cyndi Lauper song? Something about time?
There is a Cyndi Lauper song about time.
Yeah.
Matchbox 20 guy sang it too. Time after time.
Time after
If
time.
you're lost, you can look and you will
There
find
you go. We're gonna find you.
me. We will. Time
Okay.
after 10.
So
And just-
you're gonna literally Parmesan, fresh thyme. Parmesan, fresh thyme. And then the other thing I've got here is some fresh arugula. Okay, that when this tart comes out, I'm gonna put on this fresh tart. Okay, because I love me some fresh arugula.
Yes. Okay.
So this is my onion tart, finished and ready to go in the oven. So it's the flatbread, mayo, thin sliced, beautiful half rainbow or rainbows of onion, then green onion, then a little bit of fresh parm, and then some whipping cream. Okay. And then I put a little bit of Italian seasoning and salt on top of it. And we're going to pop it in the oven, okay? All right. And look, these are ready. So let's show them these beauties.
I was going to
Show
take
them
it to
those
the
beauties.
oven with you. I actually didn't kill these guys. So if I could do it, look, anybody
So
can.
it's this kind of the same ingredients. It's very close to the same ingredients. And so therefore you can choose whichever one you want to do depending on what you have at your house. If you have red and green onion and red white onion, you can do the little tarts. That's something you can make ahead. The long flat tart is going to be something that you want to make on the fly right before you're going to serve it, okay? It is great served room temperature. It's really great served hot, but it's not something that you can make ahead. So if you're trying to plan a party where you're going to do bites,
Make
make the little tarts, make your filling days ahead, and then just boom, boom, boom. A little bit of parm, a little bit of fresh thyme, pop it in the oven for like 10 minutes and you're ready. But if you want, now listen, both of these go really, really well with Chardonnay, or a Pinot Grigio,
or water.
or a Chenin Blanc, or water. So anyway, totally fun and
love
simple
this.
ingredients.
Very simple.
Stuff that you should have on hand most of the time. Mayo. Some of you may have to pick up heavy whipping cream. It's something I usually have in my fridge.
We should do something like that, like kitchen staples.
Oh, really?
Like
Would y'all want us
something
to do a
that
show on
you
kitchen
know,
staples?
just you should always have sugar, salt, flour. You know.
I
that
should have
stuff.
showed y'all how to
Shoulda
cut
showed
an
y'all.
onion. Should have showed y'all how to cut an onion. Do you know how to cut an onion?
No, and that onion was not coming to play. I heard that today from this girl that she was watching and she was cooking and the onion was super strong and she was like, this onion did not come to joke. And that is this onion right here did not come to joke either.
Yeah, it was pretty strong.
Can you show us how to, or here, would you like for me to, is it this one?
So, yeah. So, what we did, let's make sure they can see. Can y'all see her?
Nobody
This
see
is
what
just
I'm
the
doing?
bread we're eating on
Oh, good.
because it was from Italy. Has anybody been to Italy yet? In Dallas at North Park? I got to go on Monday.
I will be going very soon.
So good. So good. So, go to Italy and get you some focaccia. Or you can buy focaccia from Bon Appetit, y'all.
Yes,
It's-
it's
we
so
make it from
good.
scratch. Okay, so when you're messing with onions, a couple of things. You can, you cut the, here, let's get this one so we can start from scratch.
Okay.
Okay? So, on this, when you got an onion like this, don't be intimidated. So the best way to cut it, to start an onion is cut both ends like this, straight through the skin. Okay? And then, oh, that's got a lot of milk in it. And then I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to go like this down the side of it. Okay?
Okay.
Then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to get under the first layer. Just the first layer. Okay? And that's just going to come right off with, I mean, you're going to give up a layer of onion, not just the skin. Okay? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm giving up some tears right now.
you're good.
In my nose.
See, onions usually don't bother me anymore. So it's just going to come off in your hand in one. And so then you've got your clean fresh
Beautiful
onion.
onion.
And you're going to place these to the side. Okay? Next, anytime you're going to chop an onion or slice an onion either way, you want to cut this down the center so that you've got a flat surface to chop from. Okay? So turn it to the side. This is just culinary 101.
Okay.
Okay? So if you're gonna, like the slices that I needed for that tart, I went on the side and I went really, really tiny. Really, really thin slices like this.
Like you're
okay?
almost not taking your knife completely out.
It's
You're just, she's just kind of moving it, which is, it's
super thin, okay? But if I was chopping this onion to put it in something, okay, I'm gonna make twice as wide as a pass through and I'm gonna hold it. See, and I'm putting my finger on every
yes.
pass through. Every time I pass that knife through, I'm putting my finger down on that slice so that it all stays down. Otherwise, a lot of times your slice will lift up.
Yeah,
It'll lift
trust
up.
me, I know.
So now this is completely sliced this way. So now you're going to turn it and you're going to slice it this way. Very small. Okay? On that last one, be careful. All right? So this, most of the time, you'll be able to pick this up, put it in your pot, and use your hands because we've cut against the grain. So all of these, the onion is
They're gonna break right
naturally
apart.
gonna break right apart. So
That's awesome.
there you go. The other thing is if it's a really, really strong onion and you pull it out and you cut the ends off, and it's really, really strong, throw it opened, cut open, throw it in the freezer for like 15 minutes, and it takes that away.
Some of the juice and
Totally, yeah, it'll make it way
Good to
easier to
know.
cut. So start with that when you're doing something else in the kitchen, throw it in the freezer for 10 minutes, and then pull it back out and finish chopping it. The other thing is, you can get rid of the hurt in your eyes or the tear in your eyes immediately if you wash your hands. So if you are messing with an onion and it's really strong, no matter where you are in the process, and you're like, oh my God, I can't keep going, don't touch your eye, don't touch it. Take your hands and wash them. The minute you wash your hands, the minute it goes away from your eyes.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's direct line. Direct line to your eyes.
Look at that.
So, I wanted to give y'all some appetizers next week. Listen, what time is it?
6:07, so we're good.
We're good. So next week we are we have a special guest we're so excited about.
How long does this take?
Mia is how is it? What does it look like?
Well,
Is it starting to golden? No, we're not there yet.
Not there.
We're almost
What about
there.
the bottom ones?
No, they're not ready. Okay.
We'll take
So we have a special guest next week here in the kitchen. We're super excited about.
Great.
And we are going to be making bread pudding because it's one of
Yummy.
her favorite things, her family's favorite things. So we're going to make bread pudding with her. And Mia, we're very, very excited about having
wait,
you with us.
Mia.
And then 2 weeks after that, we're doing a home crash that got postponed due to Snowmageddon. And
Yep.
we're going to go crash someone's house and do something really fun there. So y'all let us know. Listen, I've had requests for ingredients before the show so that y'all can cook with us. And so I'm going to do that next week, I promise, since I know now what I'm doing before the show. And so we're going to be making bread pudding next week. And so I'm going to post out there exactly what the ingredients are so that y'all can make it along with us. Okay?
Yes, and then I think we had talked about doing a Sunday ingredient post for the week after. or,
Yes.
like
we're going to
for
get
this
better,
week,
y'all.
Everything that we cooked this week, I will have the recipes for Sunday. That makes sense.
We're going to put it up on
So
the,
these two items
yeah, super
will
easy.
have the recipe up on Sunday. So if you guys want to make it next
Yeah.
week, you don't have to.
And we're
I mean,
also,
I know you want to watch us back through again, but if you
we're
don't have
also going to post on Sunday a new video on our YouTube channel
Yes.
about an olive bread appetizer to kind of go along with this appetizer theme of this week that we filmed earlier. And so please go onto YouTube, follow us, subscribe to us,
Yes.
and help support us and share
Yes.
it and let people know that we're giving y'all some hopefully easy,
yummy.
fun tips.
Absolutely.
To be able to cook for your family and your friends and gather people around again. So, everyone, thank you so
Thank
much for
y'all.
supporting us. Thank you for supporting Bay at the Lake and our 1 year anniversary and that we're still standing. I so appreciate every single person
Yes.
that's helping us make it. So, cheers to
Cheers.
you.
I don't-
Where's your water?
No, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get a fancy
Here we go.
glass.
We got to get her a fancy
I'm gonna
glass.
get me a fancy glass.
Yeah. Cheers,
Cheers.
to 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah, and
Praise God.
this is our 5th anniversary. I mean, our 5th show. I know this is our 5th show. That's something.
That is
so we're still
something.
showing up.
Yay!
which-
And y'all are still showing up.
Thanks for showing up, guys. We
Yes.
appreciate you.
We do.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
y'all. Bye.
You turned it off.
I'll get it.
All right. Good night, guys.
Night, y'all.